Vaporized by Vibe Venom sex.
What happens when a catalyst enters intimacy, or moreover casual sex or lust, below their core frequency without deeper bonding?
In this situation, 1. There will be an energetic mismatch which, for a catalyst, equals an aura breach.
For a catalyst, intimacy is not just body on body, it's field on field. When a catalyst lowers into lust-driven or fear-driven intimacy, the aura opens at its most vulnerable points: root, sacral, heart chakras.
Instead of resonance, expansion, there's entanglement, constriction.
The unconscious person pattern, aka the cobra, slip in as venom, shaping, dulling, and clouding the catalyst's natural vibrational clarity.
2.
This vibrational venom effect equals frequency poison. The cobra, the unconscious person the catalyst is having sex with, doesn't even need to intend harm. The venom is their unconscious fear, trauma, or distortion, running through their frequency. When exchanged through fake intimacy, it can pollute the auric field, leaving residues of shame, confusion, and self-doubt. Scramble the frequency pattern, the catalyst starts hearing off-key notes in their own song, questioning their truth. Drain core energy, sacral leaks, heart closing, solar plexus collapse into unworthiness.
3.
Confirmation seeking equals identity distortion. If intimacy is entered to seek proof of worth instead of share worth, the aura literally bends inward.
This inward bend creates a vacuum, pulling in the other's unresolved energy instead of radiating one's own.
Over time, the catalyst feels less themselves, more like a shadow of the one they entangled with. 4.
Field consequence equals dissonance spread.
Catalysts amplify whatever they touch or whatever they are touched by. So when they entangle with distortion, they don't just absorb venom, they amplify it back into the field through their own aura.
This is why it feels worse for catalysts than for others. The field itself plays them as an instrument, but now it's out of tune. The core truth: when intimacy is not sacred, it becomes parasitic. Instead of two flames meeting as equals, it becomes one flame feeding a void, the void of the cobra as we have named it.
The catalyst then walks away dimmer, heavier, less clear, not because their fire is gone, but because it's wrapped in someone else's venom.
Why it matters for catalysts?
For regular tier 1, 2, or low 3 people, it's just sex, bumping business as usual. But for a catalyst, it's catastrophic, because your aura is designed to hold and transmit resonance at scale.
Venom in your system doesn't just hurt you. It muddies the field.
And this also goes for people that have a sole destination to grow into tier 4 catalyst, but still are in lower tier regions, due to age, experience or personal development. Even tier 4 catalysts don't arrive there ready-made. They start as seeds planted in tier 1 or 2 soil, and their journey through lower tier experiences is part of the forging process.
So let's review tier growth and this same vibe venom poisoning. 1.
Seed phase, tier 1 to 2. At this stage, the potential is encoded but not yet embodied. Like the young athlete with raw talent, they need training through life's friction. Lower frequency relationships, lust-based connections, the pull of belonging.
It all become practice fields. Every venom bite is data. It teaches what doesn't belong to their true frequency. 2.
Breakthrough phase, tier 3. Here, the budding catalyst starts to notice, I'm not like the rest. They feel drained, polluted, lost after shallow intimacy, and begin connecting the dots. This is the equivalent of the athlete realizing talent isn't enough, discipline and alignment are needed. Vibe venom at this stage becomes a turning point: either they numb and stay stuck, or they awaken and start purifying.
3.
Crown phase, tier 4. Once they integrate the lessons, they no longer chase intimacy for confirmation. Their aura becomes selective by resonance, it doesn't open for lust, fear, or flattery.
Sacred intimacy becomes the only viable fuel. And here, the venom no longer poisons them, because they see it coming and refuse to sip from the cobra's cup.
The core truth: yes, most catalysts have to walk through venom first.
As proof.
It's the way they learn the difference between false intimacy that drains and sacred intimacy that ignites.
Without those early bites, they'd never recognize the difference. It's training.
Like a future champion sparring with lesser fighters until they're ready to step into the arena fully awake.
So yes, every tier 4 once lived as a lower tier seed. But the vibe venom that almost killed them is what forged the clarity to one day become the antidote for others. To summarize the Cobra's cup.
Catalyst, intimacy is fire.
Drink it with truth, and it ignites. Drink it with distortion, and it poisons. When you lower into lust or seek confirmation through another, it's like drinking from the Cobra's cup.
The embrace feels warm, the kiss feels real, but hidden in the exchange is venom, fear, trauma, distortion. That venom seeps into your aura, scrambles your frequency, makes you doubt yourself, makes you carry what isn't yours.
And yes, this happens not only to awakened catalysts. It happens to the butterflies to be.
Tier 4 souls still cocooned in Tier 1 or 2, still learning through mistakes, still sparring with shadow lovers, still confusing lust for love, confirmation for connection.
But this is how they grow. Every venom bite is a lesson. Every collapse into distortion is training.
The cocoon tightens, the pressure builds, until one day the wings tear through.
Vibe venom is not the end. It's the forge.
The poison that nearly killed you is what sharpens you into the antidote.
The caterpillar's fall is the butterfly's rise.
So catalyst, butterfly to be. Don't curse the venom, don't glorify it either. See it for what it is, a test, a teacher, a purifier.
And when your wings finally open, you'll never sip from the Cobra's cup again. You'll drink only from the chalice of truth. And in that sacred intimacy, your flight begin. May the vibe venom turn into the magical starseed of seeing that you are.